What causes trigger finger? You know, when you're about to open your fist, and one of your fingers is stuck in its bent position and only straightens after a bit. At the root of trigger finger are, as per usual, muscles, fasciae, too much tension, and shortenings. You can think of it like this. We have all these muscles that are responsible for moving our fingers, flexors, extensors, and so on. The whole motion plays out from the outer side of the elbow, down here, and back up to the inside of the elbow. Not all of the muscles go up there, of course. So, this means the flexors flex the fingers, the extensors extend them. If both flexor and extensors are too tensed up, you can imagine that the range of motion of the fingers is quite restricted, since the opposing side has to give way every time. And if the opposing side doesn't give in anymore, the tension increases again. Too much tension, decreased range of motion, perhaps even the first onset of pain, all this causes the metabolism to underperform. An underperforming metabolism leads to over-acidification. Over-acidification causes your fasciae to lose their ability to bind water, which means that everything dries out and becomes brittle. Now, imagine you have a bicycle and you have a brake lever. The brake cable, or more precisely, the Bowden cable, is fixated in the frame of your wheels with tiny cylinders. These kinds of cylinders are present in the human body, the hand too, and the tendon runs through these cylinders. If the tendons are overloaded and not moved enough, then tiny knots appear. These knots are tiny inflammations. Since they usually swell up, they need more space, which means that they no longer fit through the cylinders like they previously did. This means they're stuck. At the same time, they're pulled from two directions, so the tendons are pressed more into the cylinders than is normal. This means I have too high tension. I have these tiny knots, I have too little fluid, and all of this leads to the finger getting stuck. And if you fix that, the finger straightens because the knots slip through the cylinders again. What do I have to do? How can I get rid of trigger finger? You can correct the trigger finger effect quite easily if you do the exercise shown up here. Down here is another exercise you can do. I'll repeat this at the end. There you'll learn what you can do and what will happen. We'll dissolve the tension. If we dissolve the tension and everything is more flexible again, then the tiny knots will straighten out too. These inflammations are responsible for repairing the overloaded tissue, so if the tension is gone, they won't be needed anymore, and everything goes back to normal. There will be more fluid in the system, which allows the tendons to slide better, and the antagonizing forces will be reduced and normalized, and then they slide even better through the cylinders. And this is how we cure trigger finger in a natural way. We're practically undoing what caused the trouble in the first place. If you want to do the respective exercise to combat trigger finger, click up here on this info card or down here under the video. That's how you get to the exercise videos. Other than that, I'd be happy if you could leave us a comment. Tell us about your trigger finger experience. Which of your fingers are affected? How long have you had this issue? What have you done so far? And how do you like our exercise? Please share your experience with us. We'll respond to every comment. And please share this video with your friends and family, particularly those suffering from trigger finger, and let them know they can reverse the effects and learn from our knowledge. You know we want that everyone can live a life free from pain and a life free from trigger finger too. Have fun, and thank you for watching. See you next time.